Welcome in to the Al Smith Alfa Insurance High School Football Scoreboard Show. Get ready for all the scores and recaps from tonight's games. Let's throw it over to the boys from Northwest Georgia Football, Lawrence Morgan and Benton Burge.
All right, everybody, welcome into the Al Smith Alfa Insurance High School Football Scoreboard. Hope everybody was able to get out and watch one of these fantastic high school football games. We've got a ton of games to go over tonight. I actually stayed home in my office here, and I watched about 10 to 12 games, a good bit of a lot of them. Man, there was some barn burners. It was an overtime game, last drive with the game on the line. There's a ton, some upsets, some blowouts, a little bit of everything. You're right. Before I get into the scores, huge wins tonight for Cass and Sonoraville. Big wins. Also, before I get started, I'm looking for a Woodland and a Daresville score. I realize some of these games were slightly delayed. I'm also looking for Banks County and Dawson County, along with South Paulding, North Paulding, and then Dunwoody and Lumpkin County to start off. All right. All right, we're going to go ahead and jump in and talk about all the games here. Excuse me. All right. Last night, Thursday night, Holy Innocents defeated Altoona 19-14. Carrollton, the Carrollton machine keeps on rolling 63-0 over Lithia Springs. Yeah, actually, that's one of the scores that I can't find either. I believe the latest I saw was around halftime. It was like 28-0 North Paulding. But as soon as I find it, I'll get it posted and let you know there, Ernesto. Eric says that Cartersville is beating Calhoun 21-14 at halftime. I watched some of the first couple drives in that game, and I've been flipping back and forth in some others. It's been a pretty good one so far. Cass, the aforementioned Cass team, with a 35-27 win at North Cobb tonight. Big win for Cass. Going on down the list here, East Paulding with a 45-3 win over Hiram. Again, I'm still looking for the Dunwoody at Lumpkin County score if anybody has that. Central, big win, 45-7 over Villa Rica. Rome gets a victory tonight over Toombs County, 49-28. Like we said, Calhoun and Cartersville. Cartersville leads Calhoun 21-14 at halftime. They had a pretty extensive delay. The game started, I believe it was 9 or a little later. So that one will be later on. Southeast Whitfield, my upset pick of the week, pulls it off, goes to our Murchie and gets a 10-9 win. And we kind of guessed that it would be an 8-7, 10-9, something like that. And Southeast, big shout out to Southeast Whitfield getting a 10-9 victory. Cedartown squeaks out one at home against Pepperell, 28-27. Well, that had to be a really good game there, 1-point game. Still looking for Woodland at Adairsville, if anybody has that score. Heritage holds on to beat Gordon Lee, 28-21. Gordon Lee led most of this game. Heritage made a little comeback there. Was up 22-21. Gordon Lee blocked a field goal. And one of Heritage guys, it never made it past the line of scrimmage, according to the officials. One of Heritage players grabbed it out of the air and ran it for a touchdown. And that pretty much sealed the deal. Gordon Lee went down the field but didn't quite have enough. And Heritage wins 28-21. Ridgeland with a big win at home tonight, 40-7 over Coosa. Oh, going back to that game there. Lawrence says Pepperell missed a 2-point conversion with 12 seconds to go. Wow, what an ending. Still looking for the Banks County, Dawson County game. I don't have a score on that one yet. Barn burner here. Rayburn County holds on at Dalton, 49-42. Man, Dalton is really putting up the points. It seems like they, in the close games there that they lose, they're putting 40 up. They just giving up just a few more. In a big game in this region here, North Murray defeats LFO 31-28. That's the game that we expected there. That was a barn burner there. Bunch of good games in that. I got an update here. Eric Allen says fourth quarter, Woodland leads to Dyersville 30-28. So that's sounds like that's a heck of a game right there. Woodland currently beating the Dyersville 30-28. Note that one down there. 30-28. Alrighty. Moving on to the next page here. Bowden gets a big win at Westside Macon, 42-22. In an overtime thriller there, Rockmart 38, Ringo 32. I watched a good bit of this game just when I thought Rockmart was going to pull away. They would get up, they would score. Ringo would find a way to answer back. Two really good teams here, two good playoff teams there in that one. Union County at Murray County. Haven't been able to find a score on that quite yet. If you have that one, let me know. Sonorville, we talked about earlier with a big win, 47-45 at North Cobb Christian. Maybe a mini upset here. Temple keeps rolling, 27-14 over South Atlanta. Sounds like that one a little bit more of a grind. Temple's been averaging in the 60s. South Atlanta slowed them a bit, but they still get a 2-score victory. The Trine Bulldogs go to Model and battle to a 28-21 game. I believe interception late. Model was driving into Trine territory, and a late interception sealed the deal for the Dogs. Mount Zion, just two strong rolls over Chattooga, 44-7. Putnam County squeaks by Harrelson. Gives Harrelson their first loss of the year, 16-14. That must have been a battle. Bremen bounces back after last week, 38-12 over McNair. So just looking back at those games there. Temple only scoring 27 on South Atlanta when Hurd put up 55 2 weeks ago. It might be matchups there. I think Temple and Hurd kind of go about things a little bit different. Temple's a pretty good team. I've seen them a few times, and Hurd I would put in the same category, good teams. But by this comparison, take what you want from it, but it's good information. Let's see here. Calhoun and Cartersville still at halftime. Going down through this list here. Ridgeland putting 40 up there. Ridgeland been scoring some points lately. Battled last week. Get the win this week, 40-7 over Coosa. Big win for Ridgeland. And dropping on down, like we said, Sonorville going at North Cobb Christian and getting a win there. That's a big win. And, Bowden just continues to roll 42-22 over Westside Macon. Let's see here, going down here. A few surprises, East Paulding really taking it too high on that 45-3. I kind of thought that game would be a little bit closer. But, never know what you're going to get. Central was up on Villarica. I believe it was like 45-0 at halftime. Central rolls in that one. Central's going to be one of those teams to watch in that region. It's going to be very interesting. Rome was able to hold on. It seems like Rome's been at Rome about every week so far. So there's going to be some road games coming, and Rome gets into that region schedule coming up. That'll be fun to see Rome go against that region. One of the games here that we did talk about, the Heritage Gordon Lee game. Gordon Lee got out early, and they were up for a while. And I think even going to the fourth quarter, Gordon Lee still may have had a lead. And Heritage just battled and found a way to come back, took the lead, and never relinquished. All righty. Rome continues to be a team of halves, down 21-7 at half, outscored teams 42-7 in the second half. He's wanting to know if Jake Keller has a theory on that. What do you say, Jake? Lawrence wants to know what your thoughts are on that Rome team. Third quarter score: Union leads Murray 7-0. I will definitely write that down. 7-0. Thank you. It seems like Dalton's offense can put up a lot of points, but the defense is not really stopping anyone. Like LSU a few years back. Yeah, they've just been right behind in a few games there, and that offense is potent. Just got to find a way to get people off the field on third down and not give up as many points. Let's see here. All righty. Looking at some scores here. See if we can find any updates on any of the games that we do not have so far. A ton of games tonight, some college games, high school games, one NFL game, if you noticed. YouTube only, which is very interesting. Most people have YouTube, though, so they can watch it there. So not seeing anything that's jumping out. Of course, some of these games could have been on delay because there was a few storms coming through. I know the Trine game had a 45-minute delay. Like we said, the Cartersville game had a big delay there. They didn't even get to start until later. So, also, Lawrence wanted me to let everybody know that he will be doing, he's actually working tonight, and he'll be doing another show, like a wrap-up show in the morning, and he'll go over all the scores that we don't end up getting if we're out of here before it starts. I want to remind everyone while we're here that we have our merchandise shop now. All the proceeds will go to funding the show so we can continue highlighting all the Northwest Georgia football players and to further the Northwest Georgia Player of the Year award. Excuse me. We are looking into much bigger and better trophies, maybe dual trophies so that the kid that wins can have a trophy, and we can put that trophy, the second trophy, in the trophy case at the school with the kid's name on it. And I think that would be awesome. Anybody who visits could go and see that kid won Northwest Georgia Player of the Year. We've got a star-studded list as well, going all the way back to Trevor Lawrence, Nick Chubb, all those guys have really, most of them have contributed on the next level. Hey guys, this is Ben Burge, a proud part of your Northwest Georgia football team. Would you like to help support Northwest Georgia football and get some nice gear in the process? Check out our new merchandise store by scanning the QR code or visiting us at northwestgeorgiafootball.com. All proceeds will go to operating costs and to greatly enhance the Northwest Georgia Football Player of the Year trophy. As always, we appreciate your ongoing support of Northwest Georgia football. All right, let's see if we got any more comments coming in here. Let's see. Eric Allen says Dalton had a 42-35 lead, started making mistakes, and it cost them. Yes, sir. A win is a win. Lawrence come on here and reported earlier that there was a missed two-point conversion, I believe he said. They had a chance for Pepper to win the game. Kudos to Cedartown for finding a way to stop that. Lawrence. Must be the opponent because last week against Creekside, they picked up in the first half as well. Second half drop. Reverse voodoo, he says, tonight. I guess if I had to pick one, I would say that you'd want to be lackluster in the first half and then come back in the second half and get the win. Lawrence wants to know if Ladd McConkey had any catches tonight. I tell you what, I don't know. I do know that the Chargers did defeat Kansas City 27-21. And I'll look at the box score and let you know what Ladd had. McConkey's line was 6 for 74. He had 9 targets. His long was 23. So he had 6 catches tonight for 74 yards. Instead of drinking Michael Jordan's secret stuff before the game, they tried something new and drank it at halftime. Hey, secret stuff, it works. Yeah, I think that's the last thing I've seen. Third quarter, North Paulding leading South Paulding 28-0. I'm going to make sure I write that down. And I'll take a look here in a little bit to make sure that I don't have an update. Fourth quarter, Adairsville leads 36-30 over Woodland. That would be a good win, big win for Adairsville if they could hang on that one. So 36-30, is that what he said? Hold on one second. I'm going back and forth between screens. Yes, 36-30. That's a fourth quarter score. There you go. Jake has the answers too. Going against him in fantasy, he had 6 for 74. So if it's non-PPR, then he had 7 points. If it's PPR, then he had 13 points. I don't know. Does most people play PPR these days? I know all the leagues that I play in are PPR leagues. It just makes it more fun. All right, let's we load it back up and we'll jump back in and look at the scores one more time, and we'll keep chatting away with anybody who's on here. All righty. Last night, Holy Innocents defeated Altoona 19-14. Carrollton defeated Lithia Springs 63-0. Cass 35-27 over North Cobb. North Paulding was leading South Paulding in the third quarter 28-0. East Paulding 45-3 over Hiram tonight. I still don't have a score on Dunwoody at Lumpkin. Haven't heard anything on that one yet. Central defeats Villarica 45-7. Rome beats Toombs County 49-28. Calhoun and Cartersville are almost set to kick off the third quarter. It's 21-14 Cartersville. Southeast Whitfield gets a 10-9 win over Armurchie tonight. Cedartown holds on to beat Pepperell 28-21. Late fourth quarter score, Adairsville is leading Woodland 36-30. Heritage holds on to beat Gordon Lee 28-21. Ridgeland with the big win 40-7 over Coosa. Banks County and Dawson County, haven't heard anything on that. If anybody hears anything on that. Rabun County holds on and beats Dalton at Dalton tonight 49-42. North Murray gets a win tonight at LFO 31-28. Bowden beats Westside Macon 42-22. Rockmar beats Ringo 38-32 in overtime. Union County and Union County 7-0 was the last that I had over Murray. Union over Murray 7-0. Sonoraville beats North Cobb 47-45. That must have been a barn burner. A lot of points in that one. Temple defeats South Paulding 27-14. Temple defeats South Atlanta 27-14. Tryon defeats Model 28-21. Mount Zion gets a 44-7 win over Chattooga. Putnam County holds on to beat Harrelson County 16-14. And Bremen beats McNair 38-12. We got a second quarter score. Last we seen Dunwoody. The Dunwoody score would have been Dunwoody at Lumpkin. Dunwoody was leading 24-19. Okay. 24-19. I believe I've seen another score come across. Dawson leading 25-15 in the second quarter. So Dawson 25-15. Second quarter score. And let's see here. Joshua Roberts says Murray County lost 27-7. Appreciate it. Let's see here. Murray County 27-7, and that was a final. Just updating everything as we go here. I don't have this one on the list, but Douglas County lost to Langston Hughes 44-31. That sounds like that was a pretty good game there. Let's see here. Hadn't seen our guy check in from Thomas County Central. I heard Thomas County Central got a big win tonight. Don't know exactly what the final was, but I know that it was pretty big. Lawrence is a big Thomas County Central fan, even though they're not in our area. We've just seen them a few times, especially against Rome. It looks like Thomas County Central defeats Thomasville 55-0 tonight. 58-7. Yeah, 55-0 is what Max Preps has. Lawrence. They may be wrong though. I know you probably watched them or seen. So, all right. If anybody else has anything, just jump on here. I'm going to go over the scores one last time, and if we don't have any more comments or anything like that, we'll go ahead and get out of here and let Lawrence wrap up the rest of it tomorrow. Lawrence says that's his South Georgia team. Yeah. No, I don't actually. I don't have a tea time in the morning. I actually have. My daughter has a volleyball game in the morning. She plays 10U volleyball, and I'm going to go right after that and watch my nephew play in a 8 and under jamboree. It's a football jamboree down at Trine. So I got some volleyball and some 8U football in my future tomorrow. And I shall enjoy both. All righty. I can tell you though, Jake, if you want to get out there, you better get there early, and you better get you a tea time, because they've been filling that place up. New owners up there, and it's really been hot. Especially, you can count on Little Mo to have a little breeze and be a lot cooler. I know it's cooling off everywhere now, but during the summer, it's the place to be. All righty. One last time, Holy Innocents defeats Altoona last night on Thursday night, 19-14. Carrollton rolls over Lithia Springs, 63-0. Cass gets a big win at North Cobb, 35-27. Last score we had for North Paulding, South Paulding was 28-0. North Paulding. East Paulding defeats Hiram 45-3. Last we had, Dunwoody was beating Lumpkin County 24-19. Central defeats Villa Rica 45-7. Rome over Toombs County 49-28. Calhoun and Cartersville they're literally about to toe meets leather for the second half. It's halftime right now. They had a big delay before the game even started. It's 21-14 Cartersville. Barn burner going on there. Southeast Whitfield defeats our Murchie 10-9. Cedartown beats Pepperell 28-27. Late fourth quarter score, Dyersville was up on Woodland 36-30. Heritage beats Gordon Lee 28-21. Ridgeland beats Coosa 40-7. Late score, Dawson County 25, Banks County 15. Rayburn County beats Dalton 49-42. North Murray holds on to beat LFO 31-28. Bowden defeats Westside Macon 42-22. Rockmart beats Ringo 38-32 in overtime. Union County beats Murray County 27-7. Sonoraville beats North Cobb Christian 47-45. South Atlanta was beat by Temples 27-14. Trine beats Model 28-21. Mount Zion defeats Chattooga 44-7. Putnam County beats Harrelson 16-14. And Bremen defeats McNair 38-12. All right, I appreciate everybody jumping on. Don't forget, Lawrence will be on in the morning, and you can chat with him if you're an early bird. If you're up early on Saturday, he's working tonight. So, thanks again for joining us. Hey guys, this is Ben Burge, a proud part of your Northwest Georgia football team. Would you like to help support Northwest Georgia football and get some nice gear in the process? Check out our new merchandise store by scanning the QR code or visiting us at northwestgeorgiafootball.com. All proceeds will go to operating costs and to greatly enhance the Northwest Georgia Football Player of the Year trophy. As always, we appreciate your ongoing support of Northwest Georgia football.
We here at Northwest Georgia Football would like to thank you for watching. Please join us again soon.